This is an example of the stained glass project of how to graph some of the lines. So first off, would you take this paper right now in the middle, write your name and hour, okay? Because that usually is the one that gets forgotten. Write your name and hour in the middle of the graph. Don't write it up here in case you cut off your border. So we're going to look at the equations, and I'm going to show you a few of these. I'm going to show you 9 and show you 11. So remember when y equals 12? Well, in slope-intercept form, that really is like y equals 0x plus 12. There's no x term. So that means it's crossing the y-axis at 12. So the slope is actually 0. So it is going to be at the 12, and it's going to be a 0 slope. So taking your straight edge, and make a slope all the way across for the 0 slope. So when y equals a number, it's crossing the y-axis at 12. When x equals a number, it's going to cross the x-axis at negative 10. So negative 10, so it's going to cross at negative 10. Okay. What these 4 lines do, this is your boundary lines. So these are your boundary lines. So those 4, so one's going to be a negative 12 for the y, and one's going to be a positive 10 for the x. Okay. So I'm going to let you do those other ones. Now, let me tell you something. If you mess up on this, please don't get a whole new packet from the door. Just ask the sub for another copy of the grid. Okay, use your eraser, use your pencil, use as much as you can to save it, because I just made maybe 10 extra copies of the grid. So, but just know that if you mess up, don't get a whole new packet, just get a new coordinate grid. All right, so again, slope-intercept. So you have y equals a negative 3/2 x plus 12. So you're starting at the 12. So 12 is your y-intercept, and your slope is a negative 3/2. That means your line's going to go downhill. So you're going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 2 here. So down 3, 1, 2, 3, over 2. Make your points light because you don't want to see these the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. If I'm sick of counting by 3s, I can go by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as long as I go over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to take your line and go all the way through the graph. Go all the way through the graph, because if we don't need these, we can cut that off later. But I want you to have it all the way through. Don't make just a small line. Okay, so that's what you're doing, and you're going to have these lines. And so looking around the room, the examples that I put up will help you understand kind of what's happening. Don't just look at the example and try to just mimic, but you need to have the practice of graphing in slope-intercept form, and that's what this is doing. So that is how you do that. I also need to point your attention to the grading rubric. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to have you pause it, and notice it's worth 16 points. So the grading rubric, so you have 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So you can see what all the scores are. So you can pause that. I'm also going to see if I can upload a copy to your Google Classroom too. Okay, thank you. Oh, again, and it's not due until Monday the 10th, but you're working on it. I'm only giving you class time today, Thursday, and Friday to work on it. And that's even to color it. But if you don't finish, then you can finish over the weekend and get it done on Monday. Thank you.